How's it going, everybody? Cameron here. How's it going, everyone? Cameron here with Canadian Gamer, coming at you with another video. And I just realized I wore the same sweater the last time I posted a video. Been shoveling all day. We're getting record-breaking snowfall. The storm of the century. Craziest snowfall we've had in about 6 years. We're supposed to get upwards of 50 centimeters of snow. A lot of snow. So it got me thinking. And by the way, I busted out the old school camcorder today. So again, we're going with that 80s aesthetic. You know, that nice low res. You know, you guys know I love it. And actually, before we even get any further on the video, beer of the day, old trusty. So, what I wanted to talk about today, and there's actually two other guys in the community, and I challenged them, if they watch this video, to maybe post a video of their own talking about this movie, because I know both of those guys could do a better job than me, much better. I'm going to ad-lib this. But today we're talking about John Carpenter's The Thing. Now, I've got up here the game that came out on the Xbox, PS2, and it may have came out on the GameCube, I'm not quite sure, and the PC. But more importantly, obviously, we're talking about the original movie. The game, which was published by Konami, I haven't really given it, much of a go. I played about an hour of it and I put it down. I wasn't crazy on it. I felt it was kind of like going for that team squad type of affair where you're running around with your other members, and I don't know. I didn't give it much of a chance. I need to go back and check it out, because from what I've been told, it's actually a really good game. So if you haven't checked out The Thing, you can pick it up dirt cheap. Now, as I say that, me posting this video, the price of this bad boy is now going to go up. So, but John Carpenter's The Thing, a great movie to watch this time of year, especially with the snow falling. It's one of those movies, it's right up there with Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
I found these results.
Shut up. It's right up there with Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. It's a movie I can watch over and over and over again and never get bored of it. I can't say that about a lot of movies, but The Thing is definitely one of those movies. So I just want to read this off of Wikipedia so you guys have a better understanding of how this movie came to be. I'll give my quick little 2 cents on the movie, and then hopefully you guys can go ahead and check it out if you haven't done so already, or if you've already seen it and maybe you haven't watched it in a while, you can go check it out. So production began in the mid-1970s as a faithful adaptation of the novella following 1951's The Thing from Another World. The Thing went through several directors and writers, each with different ideas on how to approach the story. Filming lasted roughly 12 weeks, beginning in August 1981, and took place on refrigerated sets in Los Angeles, as well as in Juneau, Alaska, and Stewart, British Columbia, Canada. Of the film's $15 million budget, $1.5 million was spent on Rob Bottin's creature effects, a mixture of chemicals, food products, rubber, and mechanical parts turned by his large team into an alien capable of taking on any form. The Thing was released in 1982 to very negative reviews. It was described as instant junk, a wretched excess, and proposed as the most hated film of all time by film magazine Cinefantastique. Reviews both praised the special effects achievements and criticized their visual repulsiveness, while others found the characterization poorly realized. The film earned $19.6 million during its theatrical run. Many reasons have been cited for its failure to impress audiences. Competition from films such as E.T., The Extraterrestrial, which offered an optimistic take on alien visitation, a summer that had been filled with successful science fiction and fantasy films, and an audience living through a recession dramatically opposed to The Thing's nihilistic tone. The film found an audience when released on home video and television in the subsequent years, and it has been reappraised as one of the best science fiction and horror films ever made, and has gained a cult following. Filmmakers have noted the influence on their work, and it has been referred to in other media such as television and video games. The Thing has spawned a variety of merchandise, including a 1982 novelization, haunted house attractions, board games, and sequels and comic books, a video game of the same name, and a 2011 prequel film of the same name, which we will not talk about today. So, with all that being said, the film, I'm not really, I guess, going to go too far into what it involves, but even to this day, it's hard for me to explain, but the movie starts off, and again, you really get that sense of being out in Alaska, and there's a dog running across this snowbank, and then like this Russian militant, this Russian helicopter flies over, and the next thing you know, as far as I can recall, somebody gets shot, and I should have watched it before I posted this video. And the next thing you know, it's got Kurt Russell. He's on his base with the other people that he's working with. And I think maybe he's up there just doing regular research work. And long story short, there's this thing that's out there with them. And it's sort of morphing into different things. It's taking over, at one point it takes over the dog. And then it starts taking over other people that are within the research facility. And I know you guys are probably like, what the fuck's he talking about? Again, you have to watch it to understand. But not only is the story really good in the film, just the ambience, the music, the score. So you have to remember, John Carpenter, while he's obviously a huge film director, he was really big into music as well. He did a lot of his own film scores. He did the theme song to Halloween, the famous theme song. So with The Thing, it's interesting. It's like you got the best of both worlds. You've got John Carpenter providing music. So John Carpenter also enlisted Ennio Morricone, who also did the scores for a lot of the old westerns back in the day, The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, Once Upon a Time in the West. It's just incredible ambient music in the movie. And also as well the theme song, who can forget the thump thump, thump thump, thump thump. It's just absolutely incredible. Sets the tone. And it's interesting too, because years later when Quentin Tarantino came out with his movie, the Hateful Eight, which was heavily influenced on The Thing, I guess Tarantino ended up using a lot of the leftover bits and pieces from Morricone's original score from The Thing that had not been used, and he actually ended up using that music in his film, The Hateful Eight. So it's pretty crazy. So yeah, The Thing, it's one of my most favorite films of all time. I wish I could explain more about the actual plot. I want to leave it up to you guys to go ahead and watch it, but it represents this time of year perfectly. And the acting from Kurt Russell is top notch. I'm not a big fan of Kurt Russell. Say what you want about him, but back in the day when he had this movie, and then he had Escape from New York. Oh man, that's such a good movie as well. That's another one that I need to watch. But yeah, you could definitely classify this movie as a horror movie. And the ending as well, which I'm not going to spoil it here. It's one of the best endings of all time in a movie. And I absolutely love it. So I have The Thing on Blu-ray, as you can see here, an old cheap piece of shit Blu-ray. I'd like to get it maybe on a steelbook. I don't have it on VHS. It's one of the few cult classics that I cherish and love that I don't have on VHS. But, if you haven't seen The Thing, I don't know what you're waiting on. It's just, it's one of the best films of all time. That's all I can say. So yeah, I'm probably going to sit down and watch it tonight. It's been probably a year, maybe two, since I last watched it. And that's all I can say. I need to watch these movies before I talk about them. Anyways, if you want to check out the game, or if you have checked it out and you think it's a good game, maybe you can leave a comment below for someone else that might be looking at the comments. But that's going to do it for me. I got to get back outside and continue shoveling. Thanks so much for watching. This has been another episode of Movies on the Run. And have a great rest of your day. Take care.